Today, come along with me as we go on a metal detecting adventure on a 1700s rice plantation. And I wanted to share a special treat with you guys today. I want to show you what's left of this rice plantation. You'll get a kick out of this. So in front of us is the old chimney for this original plantation. It goes back to the 1740s. There are two chimneys here. And again, you can see the old bricks that were being used. This is the kitchen, and they had a bunch of chimneys to do all the cooking. You guys can see all the old black glass bottles and bases laying all over the place. They're all broken, unfortunately. It'd be nice to have a whole one, but again, this sort of shows the age of this place. Look at the old mortar that they were using, and these are the foundations that's left. And usually the kitchen was detached from the main house, so this is really all that's left of this plantation. This plantation dates back to the 1740s. And again, you can look at these old bricks. Check those bricks out. They sort of give you an idea about how old this place is. And so when I dig an artifact, I sort of know, hey, it's probably going to be from the 1700s or early 1800s. So that's how I know in a lot of cases. Okay, I think we've got our first good target of the day. We've been walking around a good bit, but I think we finally got over a button. You guys can see it there. And this one still has a lot of the gold gilding on the back of it, which means this was probably worn by somebody that had a lot of money. And this is a 1700 site that we're hunting. Nothing on the face of this is about the size of a dime or nickel, really. You guys can see it there. And you can see the gold gilding still on the back of this button. So this is probably a button that was imported from Great Britain. And you guys can see this big field that I'm hunting in. But hopefully they'll be cutting this real soon and we can get out there and look for some more of these. But yeah, there's our first button of the day, and it's a nice one. I wish it had something on it, but we'll take it. And again, it's got a lot of gold gild on the back of it. So there we go, a nice flat button to start our day. And we're using the Minelab Manticore with the 9-inch coil. We're running our custom Ferris limits. We're running all-terrain load conductors. And we got us a button. All right. Here. This could be a nail. There's some iron around it. Sounds like it. Not real sure. Maybe it's it could be a shotgun shell too, since I am seeing the iron. Solid 34, 35. Let's see what we get here. Well, and we were wrong. It's a little button. Little cuff size button. You guys can see it there. So we got 3 buttons. I was looking to see if there's anything on it. Don't think I see anything. We'll have to clean it up a little more, but really small button. And this was mixed with a little bit of iron around it too. So good job by the Minelab Manticore. Got an 1819 here. Could be a button. Could be a button. Low one. A lot of these buttons ring up all kinds of weird numbers too, if you're looking at the numbers. Let's see. Sounds like something really small. And it was something small. It's a pistol ball or a piece of buckshot. Alright, we just got this hole opened up, and this target was ringing up sort of funky sounding, about a 21, 22, somewhere in this dirt that I've just thrown out somewhere. Cut my pinpointer on. Yeah, looks like we got us another button. This is a Tombac, early Tombac. You can see the back of it, how it's raised up off the top. So these are pretty old buttons coming off of this site. Nothing on the front though, unfortunately. You guys can see that. It's got a little bit of iron mixed in with it. I guess where they soldered it on, maybe. Not real sure. But a thicker button. But nothing on the face. We got a 44-43 here. We got a nice paint on the Manticore. It's got a good sound to it. We're running all-terrain low conductors. We've dug a ton of buttons today already. Well, not a ton, but we've dug 4. And we're back out in this field that we have hunted quite a few times. But it's a pretty big field. So, and you never know what's going to come out of here. That's just the thing. So, still ringing up a 46-47. Hopefully it's a nice button. Or hopefully it's a coin. Maybe we'll get really lucky. We get a coin. Let's see if we got it out. That's a 43, 45, 44. Fingers crossed. Let's see what we get here, guys. And it is a button. And wow. It is a little small concaved 2-piece button. No, not 2-piece. It's not 2-piece. It's just concaved. You can see the shank coming off the back of it right there. Look how small this button is, though. That was ringing up high, too. So definitely worn by someone that had some money. Nothing on it. Pretty cool find, though. Again, it's been a button kind of day. That's 5 for today, but none of them have anything on them so far. And again, we've hunted this place pretty hard, and it is an open field, but you just never know what you're going to find. I would say, again, I think all of these buttons, because everything that I've dug off of this site has been late 1700s, early 1800s. We've even dug a 1722 coin off of this site, so I would say this ventures into the same era or the same time period, just judging by the context of everything else. But I'll dig buttons all day long. I love it. And again, it tells a little bit about the history here. We'll keep after it. You guys can see there's the swamp over there. There's a rice canal that comes up in here. But really cool place and a lot of fun digging here. Okay, we got a target down here. It's ringing up a 36-37. And it's sort of acting a little bit wonky. It could be a shotgun shell, as when we're using the Manticores, especially when it is a misshaped target, it'll ring up sort of weird. The shotgun shells, because they've got that, they got the primer in the top of it, sometimes will give you a little bit of iron grunt too. So we're going to see what this is going to be. You guys can see I'm out here in the middle of this field, and let's see what this target is going to be. 36-37 usually means shotgun shell, but I have been fooled, so let's see what this is, and stay tuned. 37-36, I think this is a shotgun shell. We'll dig it, though, just to be on the safe side. My guess is it's a shotgun shell. Probably a shotgun shell. Now it's ringing low. little bit deeper than what we thought. Sounds like a shotgun shell though, let's just put it that way. Well, it might have sounded like one, but it's not one. Looks like a, I don't know. It's part of a buckle, maybe? Piece of lead. Not real sure. I think this could be part of a buckle. Looks like it's got a little bit of design on it. Let's get our toothbrush out. Let's clean this off. See what we got here. Yeah, the more and more I look at it, the more and more I think it's a buckle fragment. Yeah, I see some design on it. It was a big buckle for sure. But that's exactly what it is. Massive buckle fragment. Yeah, you guys can see the design right there on it. So it was a nice one. I wish we could find one intact like that. But yeah, that's what it is. Colonial shoe buckle fragment. So pretty cool. We'll take that. That was a cool find. I really thought that was going to be a shotgun shell, the way it was ringing up and the way it was acting. The weird shape of it is definitely throwing me off on the Manticore. But that's a nice piece. All right, we got a 3132 down here in this hole, and we're going to see what it is. It was a little bouncy. Sounds like it could be a small target, but we're going to investigate it and we're going to see what this can be. You guys can see they've plowed some strips up through this field, so I'm just working the lines of this field, trying to dig as many buttons as I can and dig as many targets as I can since this ground has been disturbed. Hopefully they've moved some of the iron around, and that could lead to some better finds. It's real hot and humid, which you guys can tell. I'm out here sweating, and yeah, there's a storm a-coming, and hopefully this storm will pass real soon. But it is really humid right now here in South Carolina. But let's see what this target's going to be. We are on the 1700 site. No telling what a 3132 could be. So let's check this target. We had a 3132 down here. And that one was a small one. That was hard to find. It's a button. It's a really small button too. Ringing up a 3132. Shank still intact. It's a shirt button. Looks like could be a Tombac. I'm not real sure. I don't know. It's not a Tombac. It's a later button. But again, nice little find. And we've dug quite a few of these little small buttons today. As long as we're digging buttons, we're happy. All right, we'll catch you guys soon. All right, we got a 2021 here on the Manticore. So, not sure what this is going to be. Again, it sounds big, but, you know, you never know because the ground is a little bit wet, and they've just plowed this field, so there's no telling what this could be. But hopefully, maybe it's a military button. We haven't dug a military button today, but we're going to keep trying. Again, we're on the 1700 site, and they've moved a lot of dirt over here. You guys can see behind me, and usually that means there could be something really good that's being sort of unlocked, because they move around a lot of the iron that's in the ground as well, and they pull a lot of that dirt up. So we'll see what this is, and hopefully it's something really, really cool. But stay tuned. Let's check out this target down here below that we've got. Well, I'll let you guys see the screen. We got a 20 painting on the Manticore, and it's got a loud sound. Don't know. And looks like we got us another one of those small shirt buttons with the shank still intact. You guys see the shank on the back of this? There we go. It's an old one for sure. It's a small Tombac actually. There you go, small shirt button. And this was ringing up a 20, 21 in that range. And we'll take that. Nothing on a lot of these buttons. So if you're tired of watching me dig buttons, then I'm sorry. But we do like digging them. And like I said, you just never know when something's going to come out of the ground with something really nice on them. So you dig them. And remember, like I've always said, it all tells a story about this place, and you guys can see it. So we're looking out across this field. It's grown up. They've plowed a couple of places, so we're taking advantage of where they've sort of moved some dirt, and we're digging a lot of buttons. Okay, so a lot of you are always curious about how I know the dates of a lot of the artifacts that I find. Well, this can sort of give you an idea. So everything that you see back here behind me used to be once a large rice field, and if we go out and we start looking, you guys can see there is a canal that comes into here, and you will notice that there is this wooden structure in front of us. That is called a rice trunk, and so you would raise and lower that trunk in order to allow water to flood the fields. And again, they would drain the fields, and then once the field had been drained, they would plant, then they would flood it to allow the rice to grow, and then they would release it and let it drain, and then they would go out and harvest the rice. So the other thing is, if you look at this, this is not an original rice trunk, by the way. The original one is gone, but you can see, look at the old bricks right there for where the rice barges used to slide in here, and those are very, very old bricks, and you can tell by the mortar and the way the bricks are because they're handmade bricks. And so again, this sort of gives you an idea. This plantation dates back to 1740, and this is a massive rice field, and you guys can see it there. Something just jumped in the water. We have plenty of alligators and those types of things around here. But again, look at those old bricks right here where this rice canal comes in. But just a really, really neat thing. Over here you can see some of the old bricks that they pulled up when they were sort of redoing this rice trunk. And look at those bricks, guys. Definitely old, definitely handmade. And again, this was a thriving trade area because the rice was coming in and out. Travelers were coming in and out off the river. The river's out there too, out beyond the old rice field. And again, you can look here. We walk back into the swamp, and you can see how this sort of runs into a creek. And here's the creek that you see running along the side. So that should give you guys sort of an idea about what was going on. I love coming down here and metal detecting and looking for history, and I know a lot of people will never have the opportunity to see this, so I sort of wanted to show it so you guys can get an idea about what this landscape is like where I'm hunting. And look at these cypress trees, these beautiful cypress trees, as this canal and this creek sort of feeds in to this huge swamp back here behind me. So hopefully you enjoyed the little trip. We've got some great content coming, and I apologize, I've been sweating as I've been metal detecting. Leave a comment. What type of sites do you like to hunt?